Suddenly, a terrifying bird appeared behind Lu Fan, its size truly enormous. As it approached Lu Fan, it let out a loud roar and glared at him. Flames emanated from its beak and wings. But Lu Fan simply flicked his hand and continued on his way with a smile on his face. Lu Fan's smile clearly showed that he had recognized its powers. Then, with a mischievous grin and a playful tone, Lu Fan said, "Oh, is that all the heat you've got? It didn't even singe a single hair on my head." Hearing this, the giant bird became even more enraged. It launched even more fiery attacks. "You can't escape now," it roared. But Lu Fan still stood there calmly. Then Lu Fan drew his scythe. Leaping into the air, he charged forward to attack it. At that moment, the giant bird unleashed the power of the Phoenix Feather Dance. This power instantly releases hundreds of feather-like blades from its wings, each burning with divine fire. These blades automatically track down enemies within range and explode upon impact. The colossal bird activated this power without hesitation, unleashing countless feather-like blades upon Lu Fan. As he launched his attack, the giant bird glared at Lu Fan and said, "Now prepare to die, Lu Fan. No one can save you now." But now, Lu Fan's speed had increased dramatically. He swiftly approached the attack and, with a powerful punch, instantly shattered the giant bird's massive assault. Lu Fan's speed was so incredible that he deflected almost every attack, resulting in countless explosions. For a moment, even the giant bird was surprised by Lu Fan's speed. Then it lowered its head and flew past Lu Fan. But when it stopped to see where Lu Fan had gone, it turned around, and its eyes widened in surprise. Because Lu Fan had already made a long leap, and in just a few seconds he was about to attack it with his dragon dagger, the giant bird was terrified. But then something unexpected happened. Suddenly a net appeared, surrounding Lu Fan from all sides. Lu Fan's hands and feet were bound, and he was left hanging in mid-air. Lu Fan couldn't understand what was happening, but he recognized the smell of the net. "Is this poison?" he thought. Just then, a voice echoed in the sky, "Lu Fan." As he looked up, the entire sky turned purple. A powerful voice boomed from the heavens. The other end of the web was stretching towards the sky. Lu Fan still couldn't make out who it was, but then it gradually became visible. First, some sharp limbs appeared. Then, a short while later, it revealed itself to Lu Fan as a giant spider. This giant spider is known as the Luolixi spider form. It is level 110. A monstrous 8-eyed deity, the fourth of the 5 elements. From a C-rank noble family in the western region. Meanwhile, due to Lu Fan's dangerous attack, the giant bird was severely injured and reverted to its true form. It was actually a girl. She still couldn't believe that Lu Fan possessed such terrifying power and was even more powerful than her. But once again, she stood up. Flames erupted around her, and she roared, "Now I must kill Lu Fan with my own hands." At the same time, a figure emerged from inside the giant spider and said, "We can't fight here. Killing Lu Fan here is completely pointless because he will be resurrected thanks to the rebirth lake." The boy and girl transformed back into their true forms and stood by the lake. The girl said, "Fine, then pull him out of the rebirth lake. I'll tear him into 1,000 pieces." Lu Fan was still trapped in the net in mid-air, hanging there. He smiled and said, "Hey, in such a nice place, I'm not going anywhere." They all thought that by trapping Lu Fan in the net, she had him under her control. But Lu Fan took a deep breath and broke free from the net with a single powerful movement. And with lightning speed, he moved towards the girl. As soon as he got close to her, he grabbed her by the throat. Seeing this, the boy shouted, "Sung, shout!" And the boy called out the girl's name, "Sung, be careful." Lu Fan quickly grabbed her by the throat, causing her to cry out in pain, and she grabbed Lu Fan's hand. But then a tremendous explosion occurred. It was so powerful that flames erupted everywhere. The boy standing nearby was also startled and took a few steps back. Meanwhile, Lu Fan, who had been glaring at her with murderous intent, said, "Are you trying to burn me?" "That's a terrible idea, but let me tell you, this isn't even worth my warm-up." At that moment, Lu Fan drew his magic sword, and with a single stroke, beheaded the girl. Seeing this, Ning is completely astonished. He thinks, "How am I going to explain this now?" But then, the girl's body falls into the lake of rebirth and slowly begins to sink. The water swirls around her as if she is entering a chamber, and the rebirth process begins. Seeing this, Lu Fan thinks to himself, the body being revived by the lake water, this is an interesting rule. The other man, who was watching the process, thinks to himself, thank goodness this is the lake of rebirth. Otherwise, how would I explain all this to the Ning family? But then, a hand emerges from the lake of rebirth, and the girl, revived, comes out in just a few seconds. She then lunges forward to attack Lu Fan. Lu Fan quickly moves towards her and cuts her in two from head to toe. The man is astonished once again at this sight. His condition worsens. He watches as she is cut in half, and then her body falls into the lake, only for her to come back to life again. This time, she is furious. Flames erupt from her body, but she still charges forward to attack Lu Fan. This chapter ends here. To watch the next chapter, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon.